Hello and welcome. This is Adusman. In this video, I'm going to share with you some advanced examples of the formula combo of index and match. In this sheet, we have sales of 4 products: apples, mangoes, strawberries and bananas for each of the months from Jan to December. Over here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to apply index formula along with sum, and I'm going to take the sum of the entire column or entire row based on the selection. So in this case, I have to sum all the products from Jan to December, and we can select, for example, if I want to select the month of August, then I would like to have the sales value of all the products in the month of August, which is my target number is 8591. Let's see how it's done. So I'm going to use a combination. First, I'm going to apply index formula, and then later on I will add sum to it. So we apply index, and as usual, the index we will have to give the first argument of the formula, which is array. Array is that portion of the data where my result lies. My result lies in these numbers. So I have taken this as my array, and I will press F4 to log this area. And then I have to provide the month number. My month number is in rows. In rows, I'll have to provide the row number from which I am going to get my answer. So for that purpose, I am going to provide the match formula. I'm going to look up August from the cell A5, and I will look up August in this range of cells from Jan to December. I will press F4 to again log this, and I will select exact match because I'm looking up text value. The next part of the argument is to provide the column number. But here, since if we want to select, for example, an individual product, apples, mangoes, strawberry or banana, then I can provide an individual column number, 1 for apple, 2 for mangoes, and so on. But in this case, I have to sum all the figures for all the products. So I cannot provide either 1, 2, 3 or 4, which will give me a wrong answer. So in this case, in order to select all the columns, I will put a 0 in the column number, and then I will close the bracket for index. If I hit enter, my answer will not appear because I have to use an operator. In this case, I will use the sum operator to combine the sales values of all the products in the month of August. So when I press enter now, I get the answer 8591, which is my sales value for the month of August. We can select another month to check our answer, and say we select June, and in this case we get 11102, which is the correct answer. In the next example, I'm going to select one of the products, apples, mango, strawberry or banana, and I would like to calculate the sum of all the sales of this product from the month January to December. Let's see how it's done. This time I'm going to put sum in at the beginning, and then I'm going to add index to it. Index, my array is the same. I will press F4 to lock this, and then now I have to provide a row number. In this case, since I have to sum all the sales for all the months, I cannot provide a single row number. So in this case, I will provide a 0 to tell Excel that I'm talking about all the rows here, not a single one. And then in case of column, I can match bananas in the range of cells. This I will press F4 to lock this, comma 0 to get an exact match, close bracket for match, then close bracket for index, and finally close bracket for sum. There I get the total sales value of 26103, which is the sales value for bananas. If I check apples, 26307, which is working perfectly fine. Let's move on to the next example. In this example, I have data in 3 different range of sales. This is current year actual sales for 4 products. This is current year budget, and this is prior year actual sales. And in this case, I would like to calculate variance of sales for each of the 4 products. I would like to have actual sales for these 4 products here and prior year sales over here. But I have 3 different ranges. I don't have a single contiguous range. So let's see how it's done. Index formula can be written or applied in 2 different methods. We have already seen the first method. Now the second method we are talking about. First, we have to provide the range of cells, the reference. In this case, we have three references. One is this, second one is this, and third one is this. So we are going to provide the reference within brackets. My first reference is this, I5 to I8. I will, for example, log this, comma. My second reference is this. I will log this again, and comma. My third reference is this, and then I log this again. I will close the bracket to make sure that my reference is within this bracket. And then when I say comma, I have to provide the row number. The row number refers to the product names, and you can see that the product names have the same sequence in all the three different ranges. So I can apply match formula, and I can look up product A10 in any of these ranges because they are identical. So I will select this, press F4 to log this, and I will apply 0 to get an exact match. Second, I don't have to provide the column number because the column there's only one single column here. I can skip the column number and I can just jump over right to the area number. You can see the area number is this range of cells. This is the first area, this is second, and this is third, and this should be in the sequence of our selection. We have selected first current year sales, then budget, and then last year. And then I have to apply the area number here. So for the moment, I can apply area. For example, current year actual is the area number 1 here. I can manually say 1, and I will close the bracket for index. And there I have the sales of apples 1182, which is coming from current year actuals. If I see the formula again, if I log this A10, I will log this column A here, and then I will apply this formula here. And in case of prior year actual, I can select 3 because this is my third range, and you can see 1018 is the sales of apples prior year for the last year. We can, instead of applying this manually here, we can use another formula to provide this, and we can look up actually match. For example, I'm going to match current year actual. I will log this, the row number, and I will look up this area in this range of cells. This will give me either a number 1, 2, or 3, and I will do an exact match to get the area number here. If I press enter, my answer is correct. I can just copy it down, and I will also then move it to the right, and you can see 1679. Let's check bananas sales 1679, bananas 1679. If I change this prior year actual to, let's say, current year budget, bananas 1606, obviously get the correct figure from here, and we can have this data updated in no time. So this is first example of using index formula along with match. Now we have another example of the same formula. Now we have multi-dimensional array instead of a single dimension. We have both rows and columns, and this time I'm going to apply range names. For example, in this case, I will call this range of cells as let's say current year actual. In the next case, I'm going to name this range of cells as current year budget. Make sure that you don't have a space in the name. And in this case, I'm going to name this range of cells as prior year actual. And now I'm going to apply the formula here, and let's see. We have to say index, and then since I'm going to apply the reference, so I'm going to open a bracket. I will say my first range of cells is current year actual. I will press tab to select, comma, my next reference is current year budget. So I will select CY budget and press tab, and my third area is prior year actual. So I just press B and Y and then press tab to get the prior year actual inside of the formula. I will close the bracket for reference, and my next argument is the row number. I will provide the row number by using a match formula. I will look up apples, and since the range of cells has to be identical, this names, so I can look up the product name anywhere in any of the ranges. I will lock it by pressing F4 key, and I will use 0 for exact match. So this refers to my row number, and for column numbers I can apply another match to look up quarter 3, and in this case I will press F4, again F4 to lock the row number only, and comma, I will look up this current Q3 2019 in this range of cells, and this has to be identical in all the ranges, so we can use any of the ranges to look up. I will press F4 to lock this, comma 0 again for an exact match, and finally I will have to select the area number. You can see the area number in the syntax here, and the area number is coming from this should come up from this selection, current year actual or current year budget. So I will apply another match. I will look up current year actual, I will lock its row number, and I will look it up in this range of cells, and I will lock this entire range, and comma 0 for an exact match. So this will give me a 1, 2 or a 3 to provide the area number in the index formula. So we have provided all the arguments, reference, row, column, as well as area number. So I'll have to just close the bracket for index, and when I press enter I get a value error because I have not provided the apples, the lookup value here. So I will just press A10, I will just hit F4 3 times, comma here, and then I press enter. I get the answer 1711. So current year actual Q3 and apples, current year actual Q3 and apples is 1711. So I will just copy the formula down and across. So you can see, for example, if we select strawberries and we want to see current year budget, strawberries current year budget Q4 is 1000. If we want to make it same quarter, current year 2019 Q3, current year budget Q3 2019 is now being compared. So you can see that we can apply index and match in 2 different methods. We can have different area numbers, and we can easily apply a range name inside of the formula, which makes our formula a little bit shorter. So these are the 2 examples of the formulas index and match. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and thanks for watching.